let me see here. I got another story to cover here for you guys, and that is it's coming courtesy of CBS. UN to Elon Musk. Here's how we would spend your money to fight global hunger. Prompted by a challenge from Tesla owner Elon, the United Nations has released a plan now for how it would provide nearly $7 billion to combat world hunger around the world. The proposal comes 3 weeks after David Beasley, executive director of the UN's World Food Program, told CNN roughly 2% of Musk's $275 billion could help to end world hunger. He later specified in a tweet that $6.6 billion donation would avert famine next year. After seeing the interview, Musk said on Twitter that he would immediately sell shares of the electric car company, which is worth more than $1 trillion, if the UN could explain how the money would, quote-unquote, solve world hunger. If the WP can describe on this Twitter thread exactly how $6 billion would solve world hunger, I will sell Tesla stock right now and do it, Musk tweeted, whom Bloomberg ranks as the richest person in the world. Beasley defended his comments in a reply to Musk on Twitter and told the entrepreneur that with your help, we can bring hope, build stability, and change future. Okay. Like, the goalposts completely shifted. This is, oh my gosh. The UN, oh my gosh. Don't even get me started about the UN. But this kind of bullshit just really, really gets my goat. This is a backtracking of epic proportions. This is a changing of goalposts of epic proportions. That's not what was said. That's not what was originally purported and alleged and claimed by Mr. Beasley, the UN representative. The claim was that Elon Musk could solve and end world hunger with about $6 billion. The mainstream media, consequentially, took off with this story and ran with it and smeared Elon Musk all over the globe by saying if Elon wanted to, he could end world hunger through just $6 billion of his money and refuses not to. That was the narrative. Let's be absolutely effing clear here. That was the narrative. So Elon, seeing this and getting hammered from all sides because of this, responds on Twitter and says, hey, if you guys can prove that $6 billion of my money can solve world hunger, I'll sell Tesla stock and do that right now. To which the UN representative responded, well, here's a plan. With your help, we can bring hope and stability and change the future. Totally different metrics. Also, these are totally ambiguous words. Now, should Elon throw $7 billion at the UN over a plan of just building and changing a better future and building stability? I would submit that there's probably more effective ways to do that than to hand that money over to the UN to do that, given their track record of corruption, given their track record of getting things done. Okay? So, don't give me this freaking narrative that if you really care about the world, you need to do it through us. You need to allocate all these resources through us, because we know best. Clearly, the UN does not know best. Given their track record, clearly they do not know best. I'm not saying that they haven't been responsible for doing some good things and some good initiatives, but come on, folks. We have a track record through the UN of people just dumping gargantuan amounts of money with very little results to show for it. And that is a consequence through obstruction, corruption, and reallocation of those funds to people of nefarious means and purpose. So, it's not that Elon doesn't care. It's not that he's choosing not to solve world hunger. It's not that he's choosing not to solve the world's most pressing, urgent issues and problems. It's that you really need to carefully consider who you're giving money to before you write all these astronomical checks and amounts and allocate this kind of money to particular organizations. You really have a lot to consider here, because there's a pretty good freaking chance that Elon could submit $6 billion in a particular direction towards particular organizations and have very little to freaking show for it 1 year later. That kind of stuff happens all the time, not to the degrees of $6 billion, but to the degrees of tens of millions of dollars. Happens all the time. Happens all the time. Elon understands this. He knows this. He doesn't lack the drive. He doesn't lack the intent to wanting to solve the world's most pressing issues. It's just, how do you do it? And who do you work with that you can trust responsibly with that kind of money? Anyway, sorry for the tangent, but actually, I'm not sorry for that tangent. I'm not sorry for the tangent. You guys know. You guys understand. I think the audience gets it here.